What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I have yet another Indian matchmaking video. Guys, I truly could not get enough of this show. I've been digging for the tea for you. So do you guys remember the guy named Ravi Guru that Auntie Seema had set Nadia up with for her first date? Well, on the show, it was portrayed that the reason why they did not go out for another date was because he was judgmental of her for having a mimosa for brunch, and because he didn't really have that much of a personality. But he took to his own YouTube channel to claim otherwise, and I've got the tea for you right here, right now. According to Ravi, he and Nadia actually did end up exchanging numbers after their date, despite it not appearing that way on the show. And he said that the reason why he didn't actually end up calling her and asking her out for another date was because, and guys, you're gonna laugh a little bit. According to Ravi, the reason is because apparently, allegedly, Nadia didn't know who AOC was, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a member of Congress hailing from the Bronx, New York, one of the youngest members of Congress. She was a bartender before she had the job. Like, she was the breakout star of politics, like last year. Like, to me, it is amazing that someone would not know who she is. So this is how he recounts the story on his YouTube channel. He said that the conversation went down a little bit like this. Nadia was telling him about, you know, how she was a bartender before she started her successful event planning business. And he goes, "Look at you, fierce, like you're like AOC." And allegedly, Nadia's response to that was, "Who was AOC?" And apparently he spelled it out, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you know, one of the youngest members of Congress, who was a bartender before she was elected into Congress. And apparently Nadia still had no clue who he was talking about, and he thought that it was incredibly ignorant, and like that someone from New Jersey, a woman who considers herself to be a feminist, a strong, you know, intelligent woman, would not know who AOC was. A lot of people in his comment section told him that he was snobby for like feeling that way about her, but I have to be honest, I would be turned off by someone who did not know who a key political figure was as well. I tell this story sometimes, but like I had someone that I knew or I worked with once upon a time, and I was talking to her about the First Lady of Canada. I'm Canadian, Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, and she's like, "Who's that?" And I honestly, I was disgusted. Like, my face contorted like this. I was like, you're born and raised here? What? You don't know who the First Lady of our country is? I was disgusted. I was disgusted. So I could see why this would be such a huge turnoff for Ravi. Like, you know, in my video about Aparna refusing to continue dating a guy because he didn't know about salt flats in Bolivia, I thought that that was petty, because you don't need to be particularly intelligent or aware of like current affairs or anything like that to know about salt flats in Bolivia. Like, not that many people think about Bolivia, period, you know? So I thought that she threw away a good man for no reason. But this, someone who, you know, a young woman who is from New Jersey, right next to the Bronx, New York, not knowing who AOC is, it means your head is in the sand. You don't read anything. You don't pay attention to nothing. Do you even vote, is what I would wonder if you were to tell me that you didn't know who AOC was. I'm a Canadian living in France, and I know who the heck she is. So I could see why he was so extremely turned off by that, because to me, it does make me look at a person a little bit differently if they don't know who a high profile politician is, because I start thinking, does your ass even vote? Because I'm starting to think you don't. And if you don't vote, I want nothing to do with you, because you are a waste of civil liberties if you don't. Let's put it that way. Clearly, Ravi values people who are socially and politically aware, and that is something that Nadia probably is not if she does not know who AOC is. So I can see why that was a deal breaker for him. I think that, yeah, her not knowing who she is incredibly surprising and disappointing. But I also think that it's interesting how so many stories are starting to come out about the show, misportraying things on Netflix. Like, it's interesting interesting that they did actually end up exchanging numbers and continuing to talk after their first date, but it was not portrayed that way on the show. The guy that she actually went out with on her second date, Vinay, also called out Netflix for misrepresenting some of their scenes and situations as well. So, you know, I think that now that the show has aired and people are watching it, we are going to start seeing more and more stars of the show talk about inconsistencies in regards to how storylines were portrayed, and I'm really looking forward to getting more and more of that information for you. Guys, I really want to know how you feel about this. Was Ravi being elitist, snobby, whatever, for rejecting Nadia because she didn't know who AOC was? Or was he well within his rights to want to be with someone who is socially and politically aware? He said that, like, listen, like, if I was just looking to date and have a good time, I would have continued going out with her, but I was genuinely looking for someone that I could marry, and she showed me that that is not her with this one simple comment. Was that a little bit extreme? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That is all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.